Good morning, everyone, and we are back to our fall set now that the snow has melted. We got mad and put winter stuff up for a minute.
Yeah, they were showing me that.
Yeah, because we were just like, when in Rome. But anyway, welcome. It is still a little blustery out, but snow has kind of melted and gone away, and we are back to fall, we hope. And we have some special guests here in the studio today, and this is Noah Searles.
There you go.
Did I get it?
Yep, you got it.
All right. And you work at Holzer, and I will let you tell everyone what your position is.
Sure. So I am the Pharmacy Clinical Services Manager and been with Holzer now for 6 years.
Okay, very good. And you said that this is kind of a new position for you, though, so that's exciting.
Yeah, so we've had this position now for a year, and it was a new position, and so I'm the first one to step into it.
All right, so you're the groundbreaker of the position.
Yeah.
The trendsetter.
The trendsetter, I guess.
When it's a new position, is there like a playbook? Do they hand it to you, or you're like, I'm just making this up as I go along?
Yeah, I don't know. You guys, I guess you just combine different things and then just set your own standard.
Yeah, right? You're like, I'm the first one. Nobody's telling me I'm doing this wrong,
They can't
right?
tell me I'm doing it wrong, exactly.
No. You are here to talk about something very, very important today, and something that affects so many people in our area, and that is diabetes. Mm-hmm. And Holzer is actually going to offer some classes to help you kind of learn about it and whatever, because I know that there's a lot of folks out there that get this diagnosis but have no idea now what to do, because it's like, okay, now you have this medicine, now you have this diet you have to be on, now you have all of this stuff. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, right?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. Well, Noah, I tell you what, Adrian says we have to play a message, and then we will come back. We will talk about this great program that Holzer is offering, and I'll let you explain all the details. And then we also have our friends from the Rotary here to talk about a fun fundraiser that they have coming up tomorrow. Okay, yes. All right. Well, we'll be right back.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
All right, and we are back with Noah Searles, and you work at Holzer, and you are the
Pharmacy Clinical Services Manager.
I told him he had to say it because I couldn't remember it. No, that is super exciting. And but no, Holzer is offering some classes coming up. But let's talk about November, I hear, is Diabetes Awareness Month. So this is a perfect opportunity for you to be here and to talk about that. And diabetes seems to be something that is very prevalent in our area. Or is it just in general, or is it in our area, or both?
A little bit of both. So
okay.
It is one of the fastest growing disease states in the world, and then in the country as well. We set at roughly about 11% of our country that has diabetes. And
no.
And then this is why the awareness piece is so important. Another 4% that has it, but yet doesn't know it. But what we've seen on like laboratory statistics and things.
I got you, which comes into the, I guess the part of the awareness and people not knowing what to do once they are diagnosed, because it's something that's thrown at them, and then they're like, oh my gosh, this is a whole lifestyle change for me. And I've had family members that have been, gotten very, very ill, ended up in the hospital to find out that they have diabetes. And then, you're sent home with all this information and medicine, and all this is thrown at you, and you're like, it's very overwhelming.
Yep. Yeah, it certainly is. Diabetes affects so many things in the body. So when you do have it, there is all this information, education, things that you've got to know, complications that you've got to be brushed up on.
Yes.
There's a lot to know with diabetes.
It is. To say it's overwhelming is an understatement, for sure. Well, that's why you come in, though, right?
Yeah.
Where you come in. And why is it, diabetes, I feel like, is one of those things that's very manageable, but also, again, you need to be aware that that's something that's affecting you, and you need to be aware that you need to treat it. Because there's a lot of people, I feel like, they're like, I feel fine.
Yeah.
And then it comes back to kick you in the rear end, 10, 20 years from now.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Many times you're not going to feel a high blood sugar. You'll feel it when it's low. But when someone who has high blood sugar, you typically don't feel it. You may just feel just fine. And high blood sugar really isn't what hurts somebody. What hurts somebody is the complications that come from it. So when that blood sugar is so high and it damages vessels and it damages kidneys and nerves and a whole host of things.
Like a lot of things.
Yeah, it damages a lot. And then those complications that come up from years of having that high blood sugar, that's when somebody's really going to notice, and then you're not going to feel well.
Yeah. So herein lies the issue of a lot of people being undiagnosed, right? Because you don't know that you have an issue.
Right. And so there's several things that's important being aware. One would be screening and being screened when you need to. And right now the recommendation is anybody 35 years and up should be screened.
So, but would this go into like your normal, like I go to my doctor once a year, or she wants me twice a year, but lucky if she gets me once a year. But, to do that just like yearly blood work thing, is that something that would come up in that?
It should. So it should come up with primary care. Typically your routine labs is still going to measure blood sugar, but also once you hit that 35-year mark, you should be getting an A1C as well.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And is that a blood test?
Yep. Yeah. So the A1C is essentially like a 3 to 4 month average of what your blood sugar has been. It'll come out to some sort of percentage, like a 5, a 7, all the way up to 13 or 15%, and that kind of correlates to what your average blood sugar's been over the last few months.
So is that like you have to go in for 4 months and get blood work, or is that just how's that work?
Good question. Yeah. No, so it's just going to be a lab test that looks back at 3 to 4 months. So you only have to get
like
it
magic.
that one. Yeah.
How does it know?
Well, there's a lot of science behind it.
Okay.
We won't get into that, but yeah, so it's a screenshot, but essentially that level will show what your average has been the last few months.
Okay, so that could just be included in your yearly blood work or whatever, but that's something that you need to talk with your primary care physician. And if you don't feel like, again, you're not being taken care of, or they're not, zoned in on it, then ask.
Right.
Be your own advocate.
Right. And there are other things besides lab tests that you can look for too in yourself. So there are some signs and symptoms, those being extreme thirst or extreme hunger. You feel like you have slept and gotten rest, but yet you're still tired all day long. And also things like increased urination. You're running to the bathroom a lot, especially at nighttime. Or even things like if you've gotten like a cut or an infection of some sort, and it just takes you longer to heal than normal. That's usually some early signs that diabetes is going on. Okay,
so you need to keep an eye out for that. Or, you're just old and you have to go to the bathroom all the time. Like me. Yeah, see, Kim says so too. No, I can remember having a family member, and this has been 100,000 years ago now, but him saying, I didn't know I had diabetes, but he drank a case a day of 7-Up. But didn't know he had diabetes. He's like, oh, looking back now, I guess that probably wasn't normal. And I'm like,
it was a sign and probably a cause of said diabetes.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, it worked both ways, didn't it? Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into, where I think that we have some cultural issues here within Southern Ohio. And maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it is, as to where maybe diabetes might be a little higher in our neck of the woods than probably countrywide or statewide even.
Yeah, that's true. So going back to that stat that I shared, the country's about 11%. The state of Ohio is about 13%, but yet the highest is coming from the southeast region, and specifically that the Appalachian area is where diabetes runs most prevalent.
Okay, you want to get into why?
So I think a lot of it is our culture. It's our lifestyle, our dietary habits. We are a culture that can be sedentary, and a culture that loves our biscuits and gravy. So.
And ski pop, right?
And ski.
I don't know if you're local or not. You do know what ski is?
I know what ski is, yes. Yep.
Yeah, 4 skis a day is not okay,
no,
right?
No, that's not okay.
Nothing against ski.
That would be above the recommendation.
Yeah, right. It is delicious, though. Yeah, I get why people love it. But no, seriously. So a lot of it does come down to lifestyle and diet choices and some of the things that we do or don't do.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, there's a piece of it that is family history as well, but a lot of it comes to things that we can control with our lifestyle.
So there are a couple of different kind of diabetes, because you hear, God forbid, of little kids being diagnosed with diabetes. Obviously, they haven't been sedentary or made horrible lifestyle choices that have led to this. So that's a whole different kind of situation than something that you're doing or not doing to yourself, right?
Yeah, so a lot about what we're talking about so far is really type 2 diabetes. What you're mentioning now is the type 1 diabetes. That is a little different. So that is connected more to like an autoimmune disorder, to where the pancreas is being shut down by the body and just not producing any insulin at all. So it's a little different.
Not anything that you've done or that you can do really to prevent that.
Right, and typically that is noticed when, at a younger age and things, and that type 1 is going to require some sort of insulin right out of the gate because they're not making it themselves. So that is a little different than, your type 2 that we talk about a lot.
Okay. So the main thing is, I would assume the first thing that we can do is get screened, but what can we do to help prevent this from happening in the first place?
Yep. So your lifestyle things that we've already mentioned, some is the diet. That's key there. So trying to eat more complex carbs, not our simple sugars that's like in ski and such.
And, pasta and all the white things. Don't eat anything white.
So it's good to get your carbs from like whole grains, wheat, that sort of thing.
Beans, maybe.
Yep. And to keep those servings on a reasonable level. So for men, it's like 3 to 4 servings a meal, and for women, it's 2 to 3. So trying to keep those carbs, you got to have some, but keeping them in a good balance is going to be important for diet. Other things like limiting alcohol, limiting smoking, those are good, and exercise is a big piece too. We try to push to get to 150 minutes per week of exercise.
Okay.
That's kind of the goal there. So getting yourself active and being conscious when it comes to diet is really important.
But all the things you're talking about are no fun.
They are not fun, but and it is a general approach to diabetes, but it's the fact that diabetes affects everything,
Listen, and I shouldn't be so lighthearted about it, but diabetes is no fun.
No.
So you certainly don't, giving up your mashed potatoes or whatever to perhaps, or your pasta to perhaps not have to be treated is a pretty good, give and take, I think.
Yeah, it certainly becomes quite the discipline to approach the decreasing your risk and managing diabetes. It's tough, especially as we get closer to the holidays too. So
I know. And again, everything in moderation, right? Like you don't have to say, well, here we go, I can't enjoy anything during the holidays because, I might increase my risk for diabetes. So, eat one cookie, don't eat 15.
Yeah, and don't drink a whole pack of 7-Up.
Yes, don't drink the 12-pack or 24-pack of 7-Up. But no, and I'll be honest with you, my husband and I, several years ago now, kind of went on this, and I don't know, I don't want to say like low carb is for everybody or whatever, because that could be argued as well. But we really, like, I had no idea until I was really cognizant about it, how much sugar I was taking into my body just before I left the house in the morning. Yeah. Sugar in my coffee, like breakfast bar or granola bar, all of these things that I was like, my God, I was setting myself up to fail even before I left the house in the morning. But the hardest thing in the world to get like out of your system is sugar.
Yeah.
But once you do, you feel so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do hear that a lot from people who do take charge and
hard
and do this. The first part is very difficult.
I mean, you want to talk about being grumpy and feeling it's bad.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because after that when you do get through that first bit, you start to feel better. Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, like people will bring in like cookies or like a donut or something in here, and I can take one bite of it now and be like, ooh, I don't want any part of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost makes you sick after.
It totally does. It makes your stomach hurt. It makes and I'm not saying you have to cut all sugar out of your life. I'm just saying it was just something that we kind of chose to do, but I feel so much better. Yeah. Like you're not falling asleep halfway through the day. You're not you sleep better.
Yeah. Yep.
That's just my personal thing, but sugar's hard to get off of, and it's in all those carbs that we talked about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So it is very addictive.
Yes, it is, and it's in everything.
It is. All the fun stuff, especially all the fun holiday stuff.
Yeah.
But okay, so what can we do? And tell us a little bit about what Holzer is doing to help people be aware and also help manage their diabetes.
Yep. So as we already mentioned, you're watching for some of those signs and symptoms. That's a good thing, trying to implement those lifestyle changes. But at Holzer, we have been doing this for the last couple of years, but we are trying to revamp and bring it back to life for our diabetes self-management education classes. So those are the big classes that Holzer is offering now. And so I don't know if we want to go ahead and get into those now, and I'll kind of explain those.
Let's do it. So, Adrian put the flyer up there, so maybe we can just go through those. And there's a QR code there. Yeah. I see you can scan.
So this class that we offer typically roughly about once a month in different locations, so Gallipolis, Jackson, and Athens. Okay. And this is quite intensive class for diabetes. We have 3 different sessions. The first session being taught by one of our nursing diabetic educators, where they cover all things general understanding of diabetes, goals, complications, things to look for. So that's all covered in day 1. Then day 2 is our food day. So we have a dietitian lead that second session.
That would be fascinating, really.
Yeah, so they really get into counting carbs and reading labels, discussing alternatives, recipes and such. So that's all things food. And then the last session is my day, where either me or one of the members from my team will talk about medication management for diabetes. Sure. And we'll cover all the classes of medicines that are out there for diabetes. So very intensive class, but a good one. And as you can see on the flyer there, it's usually 3 days, but this year, first time ever, we're actually having some that are complete all-day classes.
Oh, wow.
So there'll be 2 days this year where we'll have an all-day class in Gallipolis. That April 9th and then September 10th. So we're looking forward to that as a first-time thing, where all 3 sessions will be in one big day for a diabetes education day.
That actually seems you could just kill all the birds with one stone kind of thing and get it over with. But and also I feel like you would retain it kind of better if it's all at one time.
Yeah, put it all in one.
Take your notes. And
yeah.
But no, it really, I know that it is intimidating. And the thing with diabetes, though, is you can't just say, well, I'm going to watch my diet but not take my medicine. And you have to do everything.
Yeah, it is all together. I'm a pharmacist by trade, and I will truly say that medications will never replace that diet and exercise. It only complements. And so you can't just take one or the other. So,
and well, I don't even want to get into it. I was going to ask that, but so these classes are being held. The first one I saw was what, February?
February, yep.
So how do you sign up for these classes?
Yeah, so we keep the QR code there on the flyers. So if you are going to be in our primary care clinics anywhere in Holzer, you're likely going to be seeing those flyers put up everywhere.
Okay.
So that's a good way. You can also get onto it on our website at holzer.org. You can look at health and wellness, and you'll find our classes and events on that page.
Okay.
So, and then
Are they free?
they are free.
Okay,
yeah.
that's amazing.
And honestly, I want to speak to that for a minute because we are this class that we have put up. It is certified through American Diabetes Association. So there's a lot of certification things that we went through to get this class up and running and to prove that our material is effective and it's good for people. And most of the places around the country that have that certification are charging for it, but we feel like here in Appalachia that we want to give back to the community for this because it's so prevalent.
It is.
And so it is free. So free
Good
to
for
free to
you.
public.
That's just, see, this is why Holzer's awesome. I mean, seriously, it's just, you all do care about the community, understand what's going on in the community, and I feel like, really jump in, and whether it be, free clinics for kids, for sports, or whatever, you all are always there, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So I may be biased, but yeah, I think Holzer's pretty awesome.
I was going to say, good place to work, right?
Yeah,
you have to be so proud of what, what you're doing and what they're doing. Okay, so we talked about so you have the diet class, you have, the food class, and then you have the medicine class, and then what was the other one?
Just like general diabetes.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Yep, that's day one.
So you mentioned when we first started talking about, does diabetes, are there some diabetes that actually make your blood sugar go low, and some that make it go high, or is that diabetes in general where your blood sugar fluctuates, or how does that work?
That's a good question. So really, it's the fluctuation of it. Diabetes is high blood sugar. But what happens many times is when someone's starting to, especially when they're developing type 2, our body is really smart, and it tries to overcompensate for that high blood sugar. And so when that happens, we get this release of insulin for a while that's more than usual. And our body starts working really hard at it, and that's a lot of times why we get so fatigued too.
Okay.
But it's in that early stages where sometimes you'll have those lows going on as well. But even throughout the whole course of diabetes, it is a matter of balance to where things that are quick increases in exercise, where it's not something regular to you, that you haven't done anything for a long time, and then you said, I'm going to go do one of the 5Ks around here. That'll probably lead to a low blood sugar. You're setting yourself up. So those things, that robust increase in exercise, or if something has been off, that you've skipped a meal, that's setting yourself up for low. Maybe taking too much medicine, that can set up for a low too.
So what are the signs of the low?
Yeah, so...
and what do you do if you hit that?
Yeah, good question. So that's probably the most common thing that people feel. As we mentioned, the high blood sugar is hard to feel. But a low, you're going to notice it right now, and typically you're going to get shaky, sweaty, sort of dazed and confused. And those are the signs of a low blood sugar. What you'll need to do for that is to, one, stop your activity, okay? Sit down.
Like calm, chill out.
Yeah. Don't continue to try to run on that. You'd be surprised. But get yourself some sort of fast-acting sugar. So that's going to be like your juice or a regular soda. So you want to get that now, and that way it brings up the blood sugars. But then follow it up with something else to eat. Don't just do those fast-acting sugars, because if you do just those, it'll come up. But then about 15 minutes later, you'll crash again.
You'll be right back down to...
Yeah. So get some fast-acting sugars, that juice or regular soda, and then follow it up with a good meal too, or at least a snack. Yep.
Yeah, and I think that's important because I know so many people that carry around the candy or whatever.
yeah.
But then I'm like, what else are you doing?
Exactly. Yeah. Don't just do the candy. Yep.
You can't live your life doing that. Okay. Well, I think that is amazing. And again, you can sign up for these free diabetes classes. And we hope that you all will take advantage of it. And, I think it would be very convenient too. And is it possible, do you all mind if maybe like a family member would sign up for the class as well? Because I think sometimes if you're the person affected and you're not feeling the best, you're not thinking the best. And it would be, something for a family member to know what's going on with you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We get people all the time who's not just dealing with diabetes themselves, but they are caregivers or family members,
It's
spouses.
important to know.
Yep. And I'll even extend it too that there are times where we get students involved, whether there's like medical students, pharmacy students, nursing students
Okay.
that come just to learn diabetes for themselves.
No, that's smart.
Yeah. And so we've gotten students before. So those classes are really open for anybody. But yeah, I see patients, I see caregivers and students in those classes.
Because again, here you are and you've been diagnosed with this disease, and if you're in the hospital, God forbid, or whatever, and you're sent home with it would be real nice to have a class, that explained all of this stuff, because you're sent home with 10 minutes worth of information and some new medicine, and it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And even with our primary care doctors and physicians, they will send people to these classes because it's hard, too, to include this information in just a visit, too.
Sure, it's 8 hours worth of information
exactly.
or 12 hours worth of information.
Exactly, yeah. So they'll send their patients to our class to try to cover it in a more robust way. So
good, and I think that's brilliant. Okay. Well, no, it is. This has been fun. You're so cute and fun. So is there anything else you want to tell our viewers while you're here?
No, I would just encourage you to be watching for those signs and to be aware. I think everybody in our area has been affected by diabetes one way or another, either yourself or a family member. So it is good to be aware of those signs, know what we can do, and know those strategies to reduce those risks.
That's right. And please, take all of it into your lifestyle, whether, it needs to be exercise, it needs to be diet, it needs to be medication, it needs to be all of those things, not just one.
Yeah.
To really keep it under control, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. All right. Well, Noah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I told you we'd have fun.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
this was fun. Thank
very
you.
good. Very good. You said that you have a podcast.
So I do.
So you're part of a podcast. So plug that while you're here. This is fun.
I will plug it, but I will say we didn't get to talk. It's like in the early stages. So we've just got our first ones recorded. We're not even blasting them out yet.
Okay. You heard it first here.
Yeah, you'll get a sneak preview, I guess. But yeah, I head up a podcast with one of my friends, Steve, and this is called Fishes and Loaves with Noah and Steve. So it's actually a biblical church teaching podcast. Fishes and Loaves. Yeah.
And loaves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what do you guys talk about?
So we talk all things biblical, church. We talk about Jesus and the Lord on there, and basically giving what God has given us and trying to give it to other people.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
And that just is very fitting for what you do for a living.
Yep.
Yep. Caring about folks and helping them out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. That's fun. So look for that in any of your podcast, app things that we all subscribe to.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't get past the true crime ones, so God forbid Jen listen to anything that helps her.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do appreciate you stopping by, and thank you. And I don't let anyone get out of here without saying or asking, what's your favorite part about working at Holzer?
My favorite part about working at Holzer, I would say, is the relationship culture that happens really between anybody. This goes on between the doctors, the staff, and the patients. There's been so many times where I've seen my patients in the grocery store and they stop and chat with me, or we'll cover their visit, and then afterwards they're talking to me about their hunting and their fishing and such. So that relationship just goes so much further than just healthcare itself, and I think that culture is at Holzer.
I think you're exactly right, and you don't probably get that in the big city. I'm guessing if you run into your doctor in Columbus at Costco, they're not going to remember you, probably.
Probably not.
Well, very good, Noah. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I'll tell you what, we do have another message, and then we'll be back with our girls from the Rotary and April and Kim. And we're going to find out about a fundraiser they have coming up tomorrow. So we'll be right back.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, a telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
So I blew it up really big.
Well, good. And we are back. We're back. And we do have April and Kim here. And so when they walk in, I never know what they're into. But you all are telling me that you're here with your Rotary hats on today.
We are.
I feel
So
kind
welcome.
of bad about following the
I
diabetic
know,
education.
right?
Like,
Just looking at
here
our
we-
menu
I
here.
mean,
deep fried mushrooms.
Maybe
Come and get
we
them.
do. We do
Not
seem
bad.
a bit hypocritical, but again, I think part of our discussion was everything in moderation.
Yes,
Correct.
Exactly.
And
This is for a good cause.
your body will not fail you if it is eating this stuff for a good cause.
Exactly.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's
right?
We're with
Love it.
you.
Yes.
Thank you, Jen.
Yes, I'm here. Always
I
looking
feel so
at
much better now.
the upside of things. Yes. But no, you all are part of the Rotary, and as part of the Rotary, you are a service club and organization, and obviously what you do is to help the community in so many different ways. But to do that, you have to have some money, right?
We do.
Correct.
Yes.
We do. So this fundraiser started probably, I think, what, 5 years?
2020, yeah, because it was
Yeah.
COVID. Yeah,
Yes.
when we lost our, we didn't have our booth anymore at that festival.
Yeah.
And-
Way to start a
and
fundraiser
you know-
during a global pandemic, guys.
Right,
That's-
but we didn't have the opportunity to raise money at the
Right,
festival,
right.
and it was just so hard getting help.
yeah.
That's a whole
It was a
week,
horrible
and it's
time.
just a
Yeah,
Yeah,
horrible
we
time.
didn't have the manpower
Manpower.
to have the booth, every day, all week. So this was a
Yeah.
1-day event, and we brought in just
As
as much
money
as
almost.
5 days over at the festival. So
Yeah.
Sure, and it makes it. I feel like it's just one of those things where this is kind of sometimes a blah time of year, as we've
Yeah.
had. I mean, already had our first snow, like kind of a major snow,
Yes,
actually,
yeah.
strangely enough. And people are kind of like, eh. So
Yeah.
this is a great thing to look
Yes.
forward to.
I mean, everybody looks forward. They missed our mushrooms.
Yes.
Oh,
we have our secret
yes.
recipe. We do not give out. We cannot give out because it doesn't make. They're not special. If we give our
then you can
recipe
get 'em
out.
anywhere.
Yeah,
People be
right?
making
You can
left
make
and
'em
right,
all the
and-
time.
That's right. We could tell you, but we would
We
have
will
to
not.
kill you.
That's right.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah. So we started the mushrooms. We did beans out in a black copper kettle, and we
Yeah.
did beans and cornbread and chili and hot dogs, and then we decided, gosh, why not do the mushrooms?
Bring the mushrooms back.
Well,
back.
People want them.
hello.
Yeah.
Why
High
wouldn't
demand.
you?
So we decided to bring the mushrooms back a couple years ago, and here we are.
Yep.
And the fun thing about this is we will take orders. If schools want to do an order, they can call us ahead of time. We'll even deliver it. Has to be
No.
it has to be a pretty good order, but we will absolutely deliver it to them. They need to get their order to, like, we have our numbers on there, or I do.
That's brave.
And I sent it to all the schools. Everybody has my number.
I know. Everybody knows where to find Kim.
Yeah.
I mean, either one of you. It's
Yeah.
not like real hard to find you.
But we thought that might give the schools an opportunity to give back also, because we are giving 4 scholarships to Jackson High School seniors.
Yes, this
So
would
that's
go
a
full
plug
circle,
for
wouldn't it?
our educators here. We'd love to have you call in or stop by the booth at the Farmer Sportsman and
Sure.
just pick up lunch. Let us provide lunch and dinner for you.
Absolutely. So the main thing. So this fundraiser. Let's talk about where the money goes. I mean, this is important.
It goes to our scholarship fund.
Yeah.
100%. All the proceeds go back to our scholarships. We give, is it 4 or 3?
4 of them,
We
I
used
believe.
to give, we had to back it down one year, but I think it's 4 $1,000 scholarships.
That's huge.
Yeah. And so it takes a lot of fundraising to do that. This is our biggest one, and then you'll see us do some pop-up
Small ones,
fundraisers here and there. But yeah, this is what we do our fundraising for, is for our scholarships.
Yeah, and I mean, again, you are a service organization.
And you'll see us out there doing service projects. Like we recently had the pancake supper at the senior center. That was purely for just service project. The profits went back to the senior center and the board on aging. But things like these, we need to be able to raise some money to help the seniors that we want to do at the end of every year.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's funny we say seniors because it's seniors that we like to support.
Yeah.
Our senior citizens.
All the seniors.
And our seniors in high school.
I love that. That's funny. I didn't even think of it that way.
No, in between there. Sorry, no.
Yeah, great luck. But no, this is a big one. We have the same recipe for the chili. Everyone makes the same recipe. So
Everything's
when we
consistent. Yep.
pour it together, it's all the same. And then we drain off the juice, and that's on your chili dog as your chili.
Heck
chili.
yeah. Who doesn't love a good chili dog?
Good chili dog.
So I have come to find out, though, this is very strange. Now, chili dogs are kind of different than, I feel like, hot dogs with sauce.
They are.
I didn't realize hot dogs with sauce seem to be like a here thing.
Yeah.
Like, you go other places. See, yeah, Liv says
I got
that.
her.
Like, you talk
Like
about...
Cincinnati, they got the chili
Yes,
dogs.
yes.
Right?
Yeah, but
like
you talk
legit
about
chili dogs.
hot dog sauce.
Yeah.
People are like, what are you talking about?
I lived in North Carolina, and I would say hot dog sauce, and they thought it was like a sauce made with hot dogs.
Oh.
What are you talking? I was like,
Liv said when she lived in North Carolina, she'd mentioned hot dog sauce, and they thought it was hot sauce with hot dogs in it.
Oh.
Like, not hot dogs with sauce on it. Yeah, so it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Leave
but
it to
anyway.
us.
Yeah, right.
I think a Skyline chili.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, because that's real chili, and I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan of Skyline chili, but I'm sorry.
I used
too
to love
cinnamon-y
you,
for me.
and now you're...
I've never
now
had
you're-
it, so.
I just don't like the cinnamon taste. I love the three-way chili if it didn't have cinnamon in it.
We just lost Jen.
I'm sorry, Jen.
You don't like it. I've never had it. She's like totally judging us and cutting us off over
I
there.
am. I love you girls, but no, you're wrong.
My son-in-law is from Cincinnati area, and he says the same thing. No, I
There's
just
something
can't do
wrong
it.
with you.
There is, I guess.
All right. The next time
Yeah.
April comes in and I know about it, I have some Skyline in my freezer. I
Yeah.
will cook it up for you, and we will have you taste test.
Okay.
It's so good.
I got like
It is
conflicting
so
opinions
good.
over here.
It is actually. I will say I understand why it's polarizing, because it does have cinnamon and different
lot.
spices in it like that, and it's a very unique flavor.
It is. And it either will grow on you or not. I think
yeah.
you either like it or you don't.
Yeah.
Well, you guys mentioned ski earlier, and I don't like ski.
I don't drink ski.
Yeah, I just don't, sugar
It's too much.
thing. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
That and
for
caffeine.
someone that has cut sugar out of their diet, that does not really go over very well. I wouldn't touch the ground. My feet wouldn't touch the ground for like 3 days if I ate or drank
Between
that.
that and the caffeine.
Right. I know. Yeah, but that's a whole other story. But no, okay. So Jackson Rotary Fall Fundraiser will be tomorrow at the most perfect spot, which is the Farmer Sportsman, because they have all the fryers for your mushrooms and all that stuff because they do the fish there.
Yes.
So
and
rent
it'll
it
be,
out.
we'll be 11
they
to
let
6.
you use that.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we rent it out. It'll be 11 to 6 or until we sell out. So if we sell out earlier, we'll shut it down
closed.
before 6. But the past couple of years, we've been
been
lasting
about
until 6.
5:30,
So
6.
yeah,
Okay.
5:30 or 6.
Yeah. And we will get some people stop by because they see the windows open and think it's fish, but it's not.
Yeah.
Have a hot
Yeah,
dog.
no
have
fish.
it.
But 9
have-
times out of 10, we tell them
they'll
what they
buy
have, and they'll still
something.
buy something. There's
Well,
the
heck yeah.
occasional one that's like, okay, thank
Okay,
you, and
bye.
they leave, and we're like, sorry, but
But it's a fundraiser.
that's why the 9
Yeah.
times out of 10 people are like, well, what else do you have then?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
do. So
So go through the entire menu and tell us. I know you have the fried mushrooms. What kind of sauces and things like that do you have with them?
there will be cocktail sauce and ranch.
Okay.
Yeah, Roger's favorite. He loves ranch.
I like ranch.
I like ranch
I like
too.
cocktail. I mix it, actually. The cocktail
Ooh,
sauce and the
interesting.
I
ranch.
never thought about that.
It's really good. I'm a mixer.
Yeah, I'm
I'll have to try
I'm
that.
old school
I don't eat the mushrooms,
cocktail sauce
Yes.
kind of person with the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a little ranch in there? And
I
it's
never
fine.
even thought of that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Kim's on to something.
I am.
Those are so a boat of the mushrooms and your sauce will be $6. We've got a bowl of chili for $4, hot dog or chili dog for $2, and then your drinks, which we have different pops and water for $1.
Okay, all right. So no beans this time.
No beans
No,
this
no.
time.
Okay.
It got
Since
to
we
be a
integrated the
lot.
mushrooms,
yeah, I
That's
get
a
it.
lot.
we had
That's
to
like
act something. And,
Yeah.
And those beans took forever. You
Yeah.
have to start them
And chili's
really
pretty
early.
easy. People, will do 2-3
We're making it
batches
ahead
of
of
it.
time. I haven't
and-
made mine yet, but I'll make it tonight. But yeah, it's always better the day after,
It
right?
is. Yeah, you got to
More
make
flavor.
chili ahead of time and
Yeah.
let it simmer down.
Yep. So we have our Rotary members volunteering to make a double batch of chili for us. So
Okay.
everything that we're doing, except we had to buy the mushrooms and the oil, some of the condiments and stuff, but the chili's all been donated.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we had Rotary members that did
Donated
not.
money. They couldn't work a shift or they couldn't do make a batch of chili or two, so they donate money. And then Kim and I have been running around getting things bought. And we got a good relationship with some businesses in town, and they made some donations of supplies. So Save a Lot always comes in
Always.
clutch for us.
Okay,
So yeah,
great.
trying to have as little cost in it for us as possible.
Because it is a fundraiser.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
but we do know that we still have to shell out to
Yeah.
spend money to make money. So.
Yeah, you do. And but the least you can is good.
Right.
But no, listen, this is all for a good cause.
Yeah, because
and-
the least we spend, then the more we're able to award for scholarships. So.
Right. And it's really good food. So, and it's something that you just don't get all the time.
Right. Right. No, the mushrooms, I mean, you haven't had our mushrooms until,
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, so once
About
a year
this
you're gonna,
time.
yeah,
Once
it's
a year
kind
you're
of,
going to get
like
the Rotary mushrooms.
The rotary mushrooms are a thing.
Yeah. And I think
The-
last year we sold out of them, didn't we?
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like so many people flocked to the Apple Festival for that, but now, unfortunately, you don't have the booth there anymore, so you just have to wait until y'all show up
Yeah.
here.
Randomly.
Yeah, we usually, we try to shoot for every year in November around Veterans Day, so.
Okay, very good. So Jackson Rotary Fall Fundraiser tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Farmer Sportsman, which is at Eddie Jones Park, off Harding Avenue or Veterans Drive here in Jackson. Just follow all the cars and the people.
Yeah, and we will
You'll see
have
it.
we'll have signs up by the road too. One
You
that
can't miss
even
it.
one that even says mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
So
yeah.
yeah.
But they won't read it. They'll see the door.
Yeah, so
the
they'll
windows
still be
open
asking
and
if we
they'll
got
come in.
fish.
They just come that way yet.
we do our part though, so.
We try. So if you do
Absolutely.
stop by and want the fish, just buy some mushrooms or chili or a hot dog or something to support our
Exactly.
seniors.
It's all good. It's
Yeah.
all good.
It's for a good cause.
Is there anything else going on that you girls want to talk about while you're here?
Yeah, she does. I don't.
What?
What the one I just asked you about?
It's relatively new. It's in the works right now, but I think, don't quote me on this, but I think it's December 2nd.
I'm quoting you.
We're
April said so.
I'll come back wrong. They're like,
She also has never had Skyline chili.
let's just harp on April today on the show. I think it is a ceramic tree.
You know, the old
I
fashioned.
think
Yes.
yes. So
Yes.
I think
Everyone should have one of those in their house.
yeah, absolutely. I
I-
have one that was my grandparents.
I have
too.
one. I couldn't. This was back before you could find them everywhere. But they're not nostalgic if you don't have an old one.
on the wooden base, and it's about that tall.
Yeah. So this is you're making your own,
Yeah.
which is really cool. But I put it out on Facebook land one day, and the next thing I know, my good friend Aaron Leach, Aaron Hinch or whatever, shows up with a cardboard box, and she said, "I have two that were my grandparents, so here's one for you."
was
So I still
nice.
have. Yeah, she gave
That's
me that
great.
tree, and I have it, and I put it up every year. So thank you, Erin.
That's
You were
great.
so
That's
sweet.
great.
And I just thought that was really neat that she shared that part of her family, heritage with me. So that was really good.
They are super sweet.
So they are cool. So
Yeah.
this is you making your own, which is even cooler because you can make it however you want.
Yeah, you paint it however you want it,
And then pass it on
Yes,
down
and
the
then
line.
the glazed apple, we'll throw it in the kiln and what's that called?
ceramic.
When they throw it in the kiln,
They bake it.
Oh,
yeah, sure.
Yeah, they bake it.
Yeah. And then it turns all shiny and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gloss, yeah. And then you'll be able to take that home because usually I think their turnaround's a couple of days, a few days, and then you'll be able to pick that up. But yeah, that was Melissa, Kimmel, and Roger.
I think that's
that are
brilliant.
planning that one. So like I said, I believe it is December 2nd, be in the evening, 6 maybe, 5:30 or 6.
Okay.
The event was just created on Facebook, so
I
go
saw it this
and look
morning.
for it. Okay.
Also, I know some people will actually take those trees and paint them like another color, maybe not even green, but like white or something like that. And then you can change out the little. You can do little different holidays and keep it up year round.
Yeah.
a lot of people
nice.
do
Good
that.
idea. Yeah.
Like they'll have like a Valentine's tree and then a Christmas one and so on and so forth.
That's a good idea.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Very good.
Year round.
Yeah.
So look for that one. That'll
it's
be
just your
it's coming up.
imagination, whatever you can come up with.
Yeah.
You make your own tree.
Right.
Love that.
Can do anything you want with it.
Fun.
That's what makes it fun.
Okay, so go to the Glazed Apple or go to the Rotary Facebook page for
Yes.
that, and you'll be able to find that as well. And again, another fundraiser, but it's a fundraiser.
Yeah. That's right. That's easy.
I mean, we have fun with this too. I don't know
Yes,
if the
of
people that
course.
come have fun, but we do.
Yeah. Finishing up. I got to pick the mushrooms up tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. from Richie's.
Okay.
So we get our original where we used to buy them, and it's all good.
Very cool.
I'm doing some last minute supply pickup tonight, so yep.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you
And
very
everybody
much.
come out.
Yes,
Support the
please.
Rotary Club tomorrow, Farmer Sportsman here in Jackson, and that will be 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And if you have a big group or a big order, get a hold of a Rotary member, and they'll even deliver it to you.
Yes, we will.
So that's pretty cool.
Perfect.
All right. Well, our good
right.
friend Pete Wilson is here, and he has some news. So thank you,
Thank you,
girls.
guys.
And
We
we always
appreciate you always
enjoy
having
seeing
us.
you, of
Yes.
course. And we'll be right back with our good friend Pete and the news.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
All right, and we are back with our good friend Pete Wilson and the news.
Okay. All right. Well, when you work at a small town paper and you edit a small town paper, you have to be flexible. There's no specialist. You got to cover a lot of things.
That is true.
And I bet you didn't know that we have an astronomy reporter.
A what? Astronomy
An astronomy reporter.
reporter?
That's right.
Okay.
Jeremiah Shaver covers the celestial heavens beat for
He
us.
actually does do a pretty good job of that.
Yes, he does. And he had that. I've had that happen myself when I've taken pictures. Well, I think they're there. I take the picture, and then you can see them much better, even just through a cell phone.
That's so cool.
But anyway, I believe we have a time-lapse video. Or is that what you're showing? Okay, there it is right there. But Jeremiah got a lot of shots. And here's the good news. They're supposed to be out again tonight. If you missed them last night.
cool.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a map of the United States. You can see him all over the United States. But the big question is cloud cover. We're not going to have cloud cover tonight. So a great opportunity tonight, after dark, maybe 10 p.m. That's when he saw them last night, figuring maybe that would be a great time, just before bedtime to sneak outside. And obviously, the less artificial light that you have, street lights and like that, the better
true.
you'll be able to see them, in natural light with the darkness and all. The more darkness, the better. So, get off the beaten track a little bit and find a place where you can see those northern lights and take a camera or cell phone with you, and you'll be able to see them better and certainly record it for posterity. But anyway, want to credit him for that, and we will maybe we'll run one of those pictures in the paper on a collar page because that is pretty good.
That is
a lot of
brilliant.
times, the northern lights, they're always there, but they're up north. We don't see them down here in the United States. They run wild in Canada and Alaska and like that, and they're used to them. We're not. So
it's such a treat.
That was very nice. So once again, you got an opportunity tonight to do that here, based on the fact there will be no cloud cover.
Very cool. So get out tonight, look up.
Right, exactly. We have some other news to cover from the law enforcement / court front. There was a major arrest that took place last week, and this involved one of those alleged sex video crimes. An Oak Hill man has been charged with pandering, obscenity involving a minor. And his name is Larry R. Atkins, age 57. That is his picture taken after he was booked at the Jackson County Correctional Facility. He was taken into custody the day after the election on November the 5th. This was after the Sheriff's Office, which conducted an investigation in conjunction with BCI, Ohio BCI. They received information that the Ohio Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, all the way back in August, they launched an investigation. And the task force provided the Sheriff's Office with the beginning information it needed for this investigation. It alleged that what is called officially child sexual abusive material, that is a phrase now, had been flagged on a social media website as either being sent or received from Mr. Atkins' address, which is 1065 Monroe Hickory Road, which is near Oak Hill.
Oh, my.
The Sheriff's Office had actually received tips on their own that from this aforementioned address that there was perhaps this video activity going on. So an investigation was launched, and BCI allegedly was able to show evidence that Atkins was the only possible person using the accounts to obtain image or video materials that were flagged as child sexual abusive material. So he was arrested and taken into custody, charged with, this is through the municipal court right now, no indictment yet that I know of, unless something's happened since we received this report. But he actually made bond. He paid $100,000 to be out on bond because the bond was set by the municipal court at $1 million.
Oh, my.
But the way it normally works, you can pay surety, which is property, putting up your property, or you can pay 10%. And of course, there's all sorts of conditions or whatever. But there was supposed to be a hearing this morning, just here at 11 a.m., a preliminary hearing in Jackson County Municipal Court. If it happens, sometimes they don't happen, but it's scheduled at least. And this is where the prosecution will have to present enough evidence for Mr. Atkins to be bound over to the Common Pleas Court, which normally handles felonies. So there we go. Okay, going to a much lighter and more positive subject. Last Sunday, they did it again. The Jackson High School competition cheerleaders.
Woohoo!
They achieved a three-peat.
You go, girls.
This is their picture taken, I believe, on Sunday afternoon. It would have been because the competition was on Sunday at Upper Arlington High School in a competition called the Best in the State competition, which is done by one of the cheerleading organizations. And this was a competition at the state level. And in their division, in their category, which is called game day building, that is different maneuvers and whatever that you would do at a football game, for instance, something like that. Of course, they have a history of doing well in these competitions in the past years, but this is a new group now, new school year. They finished not only first in their division in the game day building category, but their score was high enough that they finished as the state champion across multiple divisions, I think 3 different divisions.
Oh, wow.
So they won 2 things, overall champion day building. In a previous competition at Olentangy Berlin High School, that was just a couple weeks ago, they also won that competition, and that qualified them for the Universal Cheerleaders Association competition in Orlando, Florida, which is going to be the last weekend in January going into February. I think it's 30th through the 2nd.
That will be so fun for them and cool.
So I know we've reported on this before. I know they've done it before, but they keep doing it, and it is a fantastic achievement that they have had each year. So, congratulations to them. Their coach are Courtney Butcher and Tiffany Boggs. They do a great job with these girls, and they practice very hard to do it. It's a very athletic thing. It's not a sanctioned sport. And the competition cheerleaders are not necessarily the same girls and boys that are the regular cheerleaders, but for the most part they are. As you can see, it's a big group.
It's a huge group,
they graduate seniors every year, but it's just like, it's a program. It's a program that is elite at the state level. I don't think that's an overstatement because they have proven this the last several years doing so well in state competition. Of course, they got an escort back into town by the sheriff's office and the fire department. and got together up at the high school. They're going to be back at it, I think, this weekend at Lexington, Kentucky, and they're going to take on some of the best competition cheerleader groups in the state of Kentucky,
Wow.
maybe some other states too. But they've already won the state championship here in their category, and they will be going to Disney World again for a national competition.
Gotcha.
So congratulations to them. They were plastered on our front page on Wednesday, and they certainly deserve that attention. All right. One thing that the Jackson Firefighters Association has always done, fighting fires would seem like enough, but they do things in the community. Pig Iron Day.
Yes.
But they also are, a lot of people may not realize this, they are the organization, even though they're affiliated with the city, this is the association of the firefighters. This isn't, the Jackson Fire Department per se. Mm-hmm. They go out and raise money to help support the fireworks. Now, they get donations, and they do get some tourism board money, but for the last several years, they have been doing fireworks displays, not only on July the 3rd for the 4th of July holiday, but for Jackson's pre-Christmas parade. That they have. It's called a Holiday Light Up Jackson, I think. They call it the overall thing. There's a parade.
It's a huge
parade,
deal.
Tree lighting in Manpower Park. But for the last several years, they've been doing Christmas fireworks. Well, you know what? It takes some money.
Yes, it does.
And they have a shortfall through this year's Christmas fireworks display. So,
what a cool picture.
Right, it is. Now, they didn't give any contingency on, how much money they needed to be able to do it, or if they wouldn't be able to do it, if they don't get enough money. But they are asking the public to come forward and help shore up this shortfall that they have to do the Christmas fireworks. It is a $5,900 shortfall, according to Jackson Firefighters Association President Stephen Moore. He noted that all the fireworks displays are funded through private donations and support from the city tourism board. In order to have, this is a quote, in order to have fireworks following this year's tree lighting and parade, we need donors to step forward and help make this cherished holiday tradition possible. Any contribution, large or small, will bring us closer to lighting up the sky for our community. Again, thank you for your continued support and dedication to keeping Jackson's holiday spirit shining bright. Donations should be mailed to the Jackson Firefighters Association, 152 Pearl Street, Jackson, Ohio. The annual holiday light-up display is always on the first Saturday in December, whatever date that is. And, of course, it has other things with it. But, now for the last several years, it's had the fireworks. So, if you want to let that happen, you kind of take it for granted, but it takes money to do this. This isn't city money directly that pays for it. Even the tourism board money is not directly city money. It's a city tourism board, but it's not tax money or operating money or anything like that. And, if a community is going to have this, the community needs to support it. So
that's right. And I like those fireworks. You know why, Pete? For two reasons. A, it's a very festive thing to do at Christmas time because you don't see fireworks at Christmas. But B, I can stay awake for these fireworks.
Right. That's right. Of course, it gets dark earlier.
They shoot them off earlier.
Right. December is about the darkest month of the year, the way the sun works around the earth.
I can't stay up past 10 o'clock to watch fireworks.
No, that's right. It is earlier that way. But some other things we want to report on, of course, Veterans Day was yesterday. Yes. Lots of programs and activities and whatever. Now, in downtown Jackson, the way it turned out, we just found this out just after we went off the air yesterday. Yeah. They canceled.
They did.
Right, due to the weather or
but
whatever.
But so many people showed up anyway.
We also learned this morning that they had an impromptu program there anyway.
Yeah.
So we've got to chase that down because we weren't there. We thought they weren't having it.
Yeah, there were a lot of people there anyway.
So, the word just didn't get out in time that they canceled it. So some people that normally came anyway. But, the regular program, I presume, through the Veterans Service Office with the band participating and the scheduled speakers, I assume that did not happen. But something happened, so give those people credit for going forward with what they could. Well, good for them. We will try to find a way to give them credit and report what they did. They did have the Veterans Day Assembly at Wellston High School. They did have the Veterans Day program at the Vinton County Courthouse. They went inside. A little bit different. It was supposed to be out on the steps, but they went inside.
So
we're going to have reports on that as well.
We just wing it, don't we?
Right, we do. Okay, I want to also report that last night, Cade Wooford did it again, scored another touchdown for the Kent State University Golden Flashes.
Attaboy.
Kent State won 42-35 in overtime.
In overtime, yeah.
This is the video of Cade getting the touchdown. Now watch it. He's going to be in motion. Watch the player moving. That's Cade right there moving.
Yeah.
And he's got to take this pass right out in the flat and watch him go.
Gosh.
All the way to the end zone, 43 yards.
Woohoo!
He's
incredible.
He is a fast player. Here it is again. He was able to he got a nice block, and then another guy trying to cut him off. He just wasn't fast enough to get him. You can see him dive and miss him. But Cade now has caught 17 passes this year, 7 for touchdowns. And so Kent State wins 42-35. Not just family. There's quite a contingent that is watching how well Cade Wooford is doing after his fantastic career at Jackson High School. So, that's a lot of people don't realize that the MAC games, once they get into that schedule, they're played during the week. That is to get more attention because the college football games are all on Saturday, some on Friday. So, they get on television that way and everything.
It's so cool. I mean, it's just so neat. Local kid does such good things.
Right. So congratulations to them. A couple of things to tell you about here as we run out of time. The Rocket Dairy Corner in Wellston. Everybody's doing these things to help people out in this time of where the SNAP benefits are suspended and there's just a great need for food. The Rocket Dairy Corner is offering free grilled cheese sandwiches to those who are struggling. Now, they're going to ask questions or give you the 9th degree if you go there, but it's on South Pennsylvania Avenue. It's a very popular food stop there in Wellston, especially in the summer, but they operate all year round. They will, if you consider you're struggling financially and food insecurity, stop by for a free grilled cheese sandwich, no questions asked. The Rocket Dairy Corner says that this is their way of thanking the public for its support. They want to help others who need it. Yep. So that's very generous. All right. I know I got to tell you one more thing. Oh, the fall fundraiser, we know all about that, of course, because Kim Harless and April Eifler were here.
Yes.
But also, tomorrow evening at the Marquee, give you a tip-off on this because you'll want to get tickets ahead of time. I think you can probably get tickets at the door, too. But a new group, relatively new group, called the Southeastern Ohio Community Band will present a concert called the Buckeye Beats Concert tomorrow at the Marquee.
That's fun.
Usually these are on the weekend, so I'm trying to tip you off ahead of time. But this is at 7 p.m. The cost is only $10 per ticket, and it will be an evening of music featuring musicians from across the region for what is described as a dynamic concert filled with favorites like Hang On Sloopy. The band is newly formed and established just as of this year. They started rehearsing in September, so I had not heard of them. Well, actually, I'd heard of the name, but I didn't know where they were out of. I certainly didn't know they were going to do a local performance here. I'm guessing that there may be some local or county members in there.
Well, God knows we have enough talent here in our area to fill up a band.
7 p.m. at the Marquee, way to kind of launch yourself into the weekend. And then, on Friday, maybe we'll mention this tomorrow, but on Friday, of course, the Remembering 60s concert at the Parts Edge this year. It's at Parts Edge, not Marquee. That's only a $10 ticket, too.
Yeah, very cool.
Right. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow and a bunch of other things that we didn't have time for, and maybe show you even a more brilliant picture of those northern lights. But don't count on us. Go out there and see it for yourself.
Yeah, see it for yourself. It's just one of those things that you don't normally get to experience. So do it.
And it seems like to me, I'm not the astronomy reporter, Jeremiah is, but I don't think the northern lights are visible very often this far south.
And
so we've really had some opportunities here in the last year or so.
A couple of chances to see it, or a few, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Just look at the pictures.
Yep. All right. Well, Pete, thank you.
All right.
It's always fun hanging with you in the morning. So have a great day, everyone. Weather warming up just a little bit, so we can look forward to that. And we'll see you right back here tomorrow on your Thursday. So have a great day, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.